Welcome to the WBX Customer Portal training video. WBX is South Africa's leading, integrated and most comprehensive weighbridge management solution brought to you by Daryl. In today's session, we will discuss and learn how to add vehicles, drivers, hauliers and vehicle trailers to the portal. This is important because it allows you to reuse master data later on when you do transport requests. The objective of this session is to demonstrate how to create reusable master data for drivers, vehicles, trailers and hauliers. This is important for when updating your transport requests from Fosco. You will need to provide driver, vehicle and haulier information. By pre-registering these transport elements in the system beforehand, it will make your transport data capture much easier and a lot more accurate. In this video, you will learn how to navigate to the customer portal, how to add and edit drivers to the system, how to add and edit vehicles and their trailers to the system, and finally, how to add and edit hauliers to the system. On a regular basis, you will receive transport requests from Fosco. Transport requests are an instruction for your organization to send a vehicle to either deliver or collect product from Fosco. A transport request is your opportunity to update the vehicle, the driver, and the haulier. And to do that, we use our master data. So prior to using the system or prior to receiving a transport request, you have the opportunity to register your drivers, register your vehicles, and register your hauliers on the system. So that when a transport request arrives and you update it, you will only need to select the drivers, vehicles, and hauliers that you have pre-captured. You will of course have the opportunity to add new vehicles and drivers while capturing a transport request from Fosco. But this option gives you the ability to pre-capture, allow your data to be accurate, and allow data capture to be much faster when a transport request comes through. We will now demonstrate how to log onto the portal and add the various transport elements. Before starting this video, you should know that the website we are using has been set up for demonstration purposes only. Please contact your Fosco representative for your website address. We start by entering the website address for the portal. Please remember to include HTTPS at the beginning. Your Fosco representative will provide you with your website address. Once the address has been entered, you will be taken to the landing page of the customer portal. Click on the three buttons which represent the menu option. Click on the login to log in your user which has already been created. Click on your Identity X account to log into your Identity X account. Please provide your credentials, your username and your password, and click login. If you do not have credentials, please contact your organizational representative who will assist you in creating a new user. You will now be taken to the main landing page of the customer portal. We now wish to add master data. Click on the three lines to call up the menu and click on Transport Data. You will now see the four different types of data that we will capture: hauliers, trucks, customers and drivers. We have already captured a driver, Adam Smith, and you will see that in a later video. We wish to now create a new driver. Click Create New Driver and complete the driver details. This must be accurately done as the driver details will appear in future transport requests and validations by Fosco when the driver arrives at the gate. You have the alternative of providing an identification number, South African identification number, or a passport. Please capture this accurately, as often the driver's identity will be required at the site. Once you've filled in the data, you may save it. You will now see that our new driver, Mr. Joe Driver, has been added to the list. Click on the little pencil to edit the driver's details. You may be able to do this at any point in time. Once you've made a change, you can save it. At the bottom, you'll get a navigation bar which will tell you if your addition was successful or not. Continue to add transport data. We will now add a truck or a vehicle. We have already added one vehicle, which we will see in a later demo. Click on Create New Truck to add a new vehicle. The only data we require at this stage is the vehicle's registration number. Please type this in accurately, as it is important and is linked to future transactions. You can now save it, and you will see now the two vehicles that we have created. You do have the option to search for vehicles if your vehicle list is quite long. You must type the first few letters of a number plate in order for it to be found. By typing ABCA, we can identify a vehicle that has the first four letters starting with that number plate, ABCA. Returning to the menu, we can now add a haulier. A haulier or a carrier is a company that you will use to do carriage on your behalf. We'll need to add hauliers, a code, a name, and a description. You may use any code you choose. We would recommend using capital letters with no spaces. Give the name to your haulier and type out a description for later use and identification of a haulier in a list. Once you have done that, you may save the record. You can now see that our Haulier Blue Line Carriers has been added, and our message at the bottom tells us it's been added correctly. We can go back into the Haulier and update it, adding and editing our data, and again saving or going backwards if no changes are made. And finally, we add trailers. Trailers are similar to vehicles in that we only need to capture the trailer registration number. Capture this accurately, as FOSCOR may require trailer details in the future. Once you've entered the registration number, you can press save and it will take you back to the menu, where you will see the list of trailers that you have created in your organization. That concludes this demonstration on adding master data. In this training guide, we learned how to navigate to the customer portal. Please remember to contact your FOSCOR representative to get your address/URL to get to the customer portal for your organization. We learned how to add and edit master data. We learned how to add drivers, vehicles, and hauliers, both adding and editing data. Once this data is in the system, it will provide accurate and quick data capture for transport requests in later videos. Thank you for attending this session and for your attention in this matter.